Okay, here's a video that'll give you some ideas on what these questions are asking. These pictures are from the Desmos online graphing calculator, where I've set sliders for the values of a, b, and c corresponding to your function f of x. So y equals 1x squared plus 2x, 2 for b, minus 3 for c. And here's the quadratic formula unseparated. And here's what is meant by the quadratic formula separated into two terms. So we have a opposite of b over 2a is the left-hand term, plus the discriminant, the square root of the discriminant all over 2a as the right-hand term. And what this problem is asking you to do is to evaluate the left-hand term, evaluate the right-hand term, and compare with the graph of this function. Now, if I go to the board 2, here's the graph of the function. And this axis of symmetry is the line x equals -1, and it hits the x-axis at -1, 0. So the axis of symmetry of a parabola that opens up or down is the opposite of b over 2a. So that actually is the left-hand term of the separated quadratic formula. And that will give us a -1 in this case, because the opposite of b, which was 2, was -2, and a was 1. So there's the axis of symmetry, x equals -1, which is, again, the left-hand term of the separated quadratic formula. Then it asks you to calculate the distance from, it asks you to calculate the right-hand term of the quadratic formula and see what it gives you. And if I go to get another picture from Desmos, let me get these pictures here. Edit, copy. I meant to do this earlier. Let's go to board 3. There again is the opposite of b over 2a, x equals -1. And here's what I'm calling d, the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's a value of 2. Well, if we go back to this board right here and talk about this distance right here, the distance from the axis of symmetry to one of the roots of the equation, that's 2. And so is this right here. Now, I'm not going to give you the complete sentences, but that's the idea. We're comparing what the separated quadratic formula gives you for values of the left term and the right term with what's actually happening with the graph of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, hope that gives you some ideas. I will give you the URL to the Desmos graph so you can take a closer look if you want to. Hope that helped.